The police officer's words hit me like a punch to the gut. "You're under arrest for conspiracy to commit theft." My hands were behind my back, cold metal cuffs clicking shut. My neighbor Jason stood there, head down, refusing to look at me. All because I gave him $50 2 days ago. $50 I could barely afford. $50 I thought would help a desperate man. $50 that just made me an accused criminal. The worst part, he told them it was my idea. If stories about trust gone wrong hit different for you, smash that subscribe button. This is RKF Story Vault, where real-life lessons cost someone else everything so they don't cost you. Let me rewind, because the version where I end up in handcuffs started with something so small I almost didn't think twice about it. A knock on my door, a neighbor I'd seen 100 times, a request for just a little help. That's all it took. I was broke that month. Not the kind of broke where you complain but still go out. The kind where you count change for bread. Rent was 5 days late. My phone screen had been cracked for 3 months because repairs weren't in the budget. I was pulling double shifts at a diner that smelled like old grease and regret. Every single dollar had a name. Rent, utilities, food. Breakfast was black coffee and toast, when there was bread. Some mornings it was just water until my lunch break. I wasn't starving, but I was surviving. Barely. The kind of broke where you check your bank balance obsessively, terrified that somehow you've spent money you don't remember spending. That was my life when Jason knocked. Jason lived 3 doors down. Quiet, polite. The kind of guy who always said good morning when you passed him. He worked construction when the jobs came through. We weren't friends. We were familiar. The kind of neighbors who nod, wave, maybe comment on the weather. Nothing deep, nothing personal, just there. And that's exactly why I trusted him, because you don't suspect the people you see every single day. It was a Thursday evening when he knocked. Not aggressive, just gentle taps, like he was almost embarrassed to be standing there. When I opened the door, he looked small, shoulders hunched, eyes darting, voice quiet. "Hey man, I hate to ask this." He paused, swallowed hard. "My paycheck got delayed. I'm short on rent. My mom's sick, and I need to get her medicine. And I'm stuck." He pulled out his phone, showed me a photo, an older woman lying on a couch looking weak. I didn't ask if it was really his mom. I didn't ask what was wrong. I didn't ask for proof, because his shame looked real. "I just need $50, he said. "My check comes in 2 days. I swear I'll pay you back." $50. Almost everything I had left until my own paycheck. I hesitated. He saw it. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, man. I really wouldn't. And I believed him, because I'd been desperate before too. I knew what it felt like to need help and hate asking for it. So I opened my banking app, typed in $50, hit send, just like that. My last bit of cushion, gone. 2 days came and went. No word from Jason. I texted him. "Hey man, just checking in. You good?" No reply. 3rd day, still nothing. 4th day, I saw him outside. He was getting into his car. I called his name. He looked up, saw me, and looked away. Faster. Started walking quicker toward his door. "Jason!" He threw his hand up. "Later, man. I'm in a rush." Later never came. That night I couldn't sleep. Not because of the $50, because of the way he wouldn't look at me. That gut-twisting feeling when you realize someone's avoiding you, when you know something's wrong but you don't want to believe it yet. Ever had that sinking feeling that you've been played? Comment yes if you've been there. The next afternoon, everything fell apart. I was at home washing dishes when I heard voices outside. Low, serious, official. I pulled back the blinds. 2 police officers stood on the sidewalk. Jason was with them. My stomach dropped. Then one of the officers pointed at my apartment, and I heard my name. They were walking toward my door. I opened it before they knocked. "Are you the one who gave him the money?" the officer asked. I blinked. What money? The officer's face was stone. We're investigating a theft. This man says you funded the purchase of stolen property. I actually laughed because it sounded insane. What? No, I lent him $50 because he said his paycheck was late. The officer didn't smile. That's not what he's saying. Jason finally looked at me, eyes empty, voice flat. I told them you gave me money to help me buy the phone. The world tilted. What phone? The officer explained. A phone had been stolen from someone nearby 3 days ago. Jason was caught trying to sell it at a pawn shop. When questioned, he said I gave him money to buy it. Not lent, gave to buy stolen property as a partner. I was now implicated in a crime I didn't even know existed. If you've ever trusted someone and had it blow up in your face, drop me in the comments. They took us both in. Separate cars, I kept talking, explaining, showing my bank transfer on my phone, showing the text where I asked for my money back. They listened, but listening doesn't mean believing. We'll investigate, they said. Jason stuck to his story, said we planned it together, said I'd done this with him before, said I knew exactly what the money was for. Lies on top of lies. I spent the night on a bench in the station, cold metal, fluorescent lights, footsteps echoing every time someone walked past, my heart pounding every single time. By morning, cracks started showing in Jason's story. The pawn shop owner was brought in. He recognized Jason. Only Jason had never seen me. Security footage from the area around the theft showed Jason, alone. Eventually, they let me go. No apology, just a flat, "You're free to go. Don't leave town." Like I was still suspicious, but the damage was already done. The entire neighborhood saw police take me away. People whispered, stared, stopped saying hello. My landlord called me 2 days later. "I don't like trouble around here," he said. "I'm going to need you to find another place when your lease is up." I lost more than $50. I lost my sense of safety, my trust, my reputation. Now when someone tells me a sad story, my chest tightens. Not with pity, with suspicion. I replay that moment over and over, me standing at my door, finger hovering over send, thinking I was being kind, thinking kindness was simple. I still help people, but never quickly, never blindly, and never with my last dollar. Because I learned the hard way that some people don't want help. They want a scapegoat, someone to blame when their lives fall apart, someone whose kindness they can weaponize. Comment below, would you have given him the money or walked away? I need to know what you would have done. Sometimes I still hear the officer's question in my head. Are you the one who gave him the money? At the time, it sounded like a simple question. Now it sounds like the line between compassion and catastrophe. Because I said yes to helping someone, and I almost paid for a crime I didn't commit. The cost of blind trust? Everything. If this story made your heart race, hit subscribe to RKF Story Vault. Real stories, real lessons, real consequences. You don't want to miss what's coming next.